Hey guys, Zen here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I just want to preface this. There are going to be spoilers. A lot of us were hoping we would see some Pokemon Pocket news in the official presents. We did not get anything. However, it looks like there was a miscommunication with the Pokemon Pocket marketing team in Italy because they released an Italian trailer for the next set, which I imagine is supposed to come out on Thursday. So if you don't want any spoilers, you're going to have to click off. I'm not watching the trailer. Instead, we're going to click over here on PokemonZone.com. Shout out to them. And we're going to go over every single card. These aren't amazing images, but it'll do the job. The Way of Sky and Sea A4 possible trailer and spoilers. Again, click off. If not, like the video. Let's hop right into it. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what we're getting, guys. And some of these are insane. I can't wait to talk about the strategies with you. I already started cooking up some insane strategies. Let's start with Lugia EX. It's 150 HP. It's a basic Pokemon, but it requires 3 energy to attack. Elemental Fury, it deals 180, which one-shots everything in the game outside of Venusaur and outside of anything with a cape. And on top of that, it does discard a fire, water, lightning energy from this Pokemon. It's weak to lightning and it retreats for 2. When you read this, it sounds like the worst card ever, right? However, don't judge a book by its cover, especially when it's the first page. Next page, Ho-Oh. Another basic, 3 colorless energy for Phoenix Turbo, which deals 80 damage. However, this move lets you take a fire, water, and lightning energy from your energy zone and attach them to your basic Pokemon in any way you like on your bench, which means you could fully ramp your Lugia with this, which is insane. You could technically run this with a Dragonite deck list. However, you need to ramp your Dratini first, right? It only works with basic Pokemon. You could run this with Snorlax. You could run this with Rayquaza EX, Arceus EX. You could run this with Pidgeot EX. You could run this with so many, not Pidgeot EX. You could run this with so many basic colorless cards, right? So the possibilities are endless. Ho-Oh is insane. And because Ho-Oh exists, I think Lugia EX is actually pretty good, but not the strongest EX that was shared in today's trailer. Mistake trailer. Next up, we have Chikorita here. HP 60, basic. We don't know the attack. It deals 20 damage. Cyndaquil here, 20 damage. We don't know the attack. Same with Totodile, 20 damage. We don't know the attack. 60 HP though, pretty respectable. Next up is Pichu. Now take all these translations with a grain of salt. I probably should have said that earlier. So baby Pokemon are in this game now, but they don't evolve. They retreat for free. And their moves require no energy, which means you can attack turn 1. However, I imagine you still lose a prize point if your opponent knocks out, if they Farfetch you and they're going second, right? So this kind of stinks. But let's see what the move does. Take an energy from your discard pile and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. So it essentially ramps for you. However, you're losing a Pokemon. I think you play this in a non-EX deck to help mitigate the potential prize point losage, right? Oh, that's not a word, but like losing a prize point pretty early on. So there's Pichu right there. Next up, let's go into Cleffa. This one I think is pretty good, even if you're going turn 1, because it's a no cost Sparkling Call. Take a random Pokemon from your deck and add it to your hand. It's literally Shiinotic, but as a baby Pokemon with no retreat. So it could help you evolve the following turn into something with rare candy, right? Garchomp, evolve, swing right into them. Rampardos, kind of fire. Just throwing that out there. So I think Cleffa is really cool. Gyarados is next. This is a shiny Gyarados, which we're going to get a regular one, I imagine. It's 130 HP, which isn't crazy. However, it says you may discard any number of water Pokemon from your bench. This attack does 40 damage for each bench Pokemon you discarded this way. Now, what that tells me is you can do up to 140 damage by discarding 3 water Pokemon on your bench. You're probably wondering, oh, that kind of stinks. Why would you do that? Well, Fishing Net, the item card exists, same as Old Lady. So you can technically hit back-to-back 140s, which is kind of nuts. I'm just saying, like that's pretty I don't know if it's going to be like super strong or meta. I don't think people are going to play it, but I like the attack and the effect of the attack. It's very creative. Now, moving on to what I believe is going to be, if you guys think Sylveon is bad now, move over. There's a new sheriff in town and their name's Umbreon EX. 140 HP, stage 1, evolves from Eevee. This ability, if it is exactly what it says here, is going to be so bad. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has damage on it with their active Pokemon. It's a free Cyrus, you guys. For 2 darkness energy, you can deal 80 damage. However, I don't think you even attack with this guy because there's another card in this leak that I think is going to be very, very strong. So you have this in the active and you could pivot something in, right? Retreats for 2, but we don't even have to worry about the retreat. I'll tell you about that in a sec. Next up is Espeon EX. I don't think it's that great. It's a better Cresselia because once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active spot, you may heal 20 damage from one of your Pokemon, right? So if your opponent Greninja sniped you, you can heal the following turn. You can counter it, right? This literally all it does is counter Greninja. And you have Super Psy for 80. Nothing too crazy. It needs to be in the active spot. It's not bad. It's not great. It is what it is. Moving on to what I think is going to be the most broken card supporter, Lyra. Choose one of your Pokemon, shuffle it and all cards attached to it into your deck. Let me paint you a picture because you guys know I'm an artist. If your Pokemon has damage on it, instead of giving them 2 prize points and moving them to your bench, right, and being afraid of a Cyrus, you can literally just shuffle it back into your deck. They get no points. Or you can frontline with something like Snorlax, something heavy, and then just send it to your deck while you get something else online. Or the most meta deck right now is what? Greninja, Giratina, and Sylveon, or at least it was. Well, what if we replace Sylveon with Umbreon, okay? You snipe something with Greninja, you get your Giratina online, you use your free Cyrus, and then you Lyra bounce your Umbreon, bring in your Giratina that's fully charged, and just destroy your opponent. Like, what? This is going to be so toxic, and I'm so here for it. What do you guys think? So that's one of them. The next one is Silver, and this one's weird. It says remove a special energy card from one of your opponent's Pokemon. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Like, I don't know what that means. Are we getting a tool card that says this tool provides all energy types, but only 1 energy per type, which would be a massive buff for a dragon type Pokemon? But I don't think we're going to get that, right? Maybe it just says it could remove any type of energy, right? I don't know what the special energy is. I mean, I can barely even see words here, right? So I don't know how accurate this translation is, which is why we're going to do another trailer reacts when the official English trailer releases, because this is all grain of salt. I don't really know, but it's very interesting. Moving on, we have this, which they say energy shoe, but come on, dude, that looks like a handkerchief. What are we talking about here? If this Pokemon this card is attached to is switched with your active Pokemon, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. So it heals your active if you switch with it. So like maybe you have this on your bench and you switch. Like I have no idea. Maybe like I don't even know how this works, man. I mean, it makes sense, but I just don't know if it's going to be a good tool card. Like I think Cape is just better than a handkerchief. We'll see. And then finally we have this thing. Move a lightning energy and a fire energy from your Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So this does let us have Dragonite EX, even though Ho-Oh only works with basic Pokemon. What you would need is a Lugia, a Ho-Oh, or any basic Pokemon. You don't even need a Lugia, right? You run only water energy. You have a basic on your bench, maybe even an Oricorio Ho-Oh Dragonite. You ramp your Oricorio, you switch in, you bounce your Lyra with your Ho-Oh, you bring your Dragonite in, you give it 1 water energy, and then you use this from the Ho-Oh, from the Oricorio. I'm just saying all the birds names at this point. You bring all their energy onto your Dragonite, and you're good to go. You're slapping them for a lot of damage. But there you guys have it. That's going to be covering all the new cards released today. Shout out to the Italian Pokemon Pocket page for, I'm assuming, accidentally releasing this. Again, we don't fully know what these cards do. Very excited to see it be JOHTO. And with that, I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Also, join the Discord. We are discussing this all over Discord. We're having a great time, especially in the leaks section. Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like the video. I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Later.